Good morning, everyone. Now, today we are here to discuss another important topic, and that is hydrogen bonding. It is included in chapter 4, that is chemical bonding, and is at the fag end of the chapter it is given. But it is of utmost importance, so I am dealing with it separately. Hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bond is the force of attraction between hydrogen and electronegative atoms like fluorine, nitrogen and oxygen. HF is liquid because HF molecules are associated with intermolecular hydrogen bonding, whereas HCl, HBr and HI do not have hydrogen bonds, because here hydrogen will be bonded to chlorine, bromine and iodine. It is not one of these. Hydrogen bonding is applicable only to fluorine, nitrogen and oxygen. Right? Now here I would like to explain you in detail. If we have HCl molecule and an HF molecule, both are polar molecules. What is the meaning of polar molecules? I have already explained it to you under covalent bonding. Chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen, so it will pull the electron pair towards itself like this, and it will get a partial negative charge. This will be partial positive charge, and the molecule behaves like a dipole. Similar is the case here, right? But if we have another HF molecule, this will also be polar. Now, fluorine of this polar covalent bond will be attracting hydrogen of another polar covalent molecule. Now, this bonding is known as hydrogen bond. It is known as hydrogen bonding, right? Now, because of which there is extra force of attraction between the molecules and they are held together tightly. Now, this is the difference between a gas and a liquid. In a liquid, the force of attraction between molecules is greater than the force of attraction between the gaseous molecules. Hence, HF is going to exist in the form of a liquid, whereas HCl and HCl, okay, these two will be dipole. There will be ordinary force of attraction, but there will be no hydrogen bonding in this. Therefore, HCl, HBr and they prefer to exist in the form of gases. We have HCl gas. How do we prepare HCl acid? We dissolve HCl gas in water, and that gives us hydrochloric acid, which we use in the lab. HCl in nature will not exist in the form of a liquid, it exists in the form of gas. Okay, so this is what it is. Another example I will give you is water molecules. Water will be this bond is polar. Oxygen being more electronegative will be partially negative, this will be partially positive, here also partially positive, right? So this is a polar molecule. This molecule will be polar. Similarly, we will have another molecule of water. Okay, if we write it like this, it will be better. We can write it like this: partially positive, negative, positive. Similarly, here again, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. This is partially positive, negative, and positive. Now, this hydrogen can attract this oxygen, right? This will be your intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So that is the reason why water also exists in the form of liquid at room temperature. So these are some of the examples which I have given you for existence of hydrogen bonding. Now, hydrogen bonding is of two types. What are the two types of hydrogen bonding? Intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. What is meant by intermolecular hydrogen bonding? Intermolecular hydrogen, inter means like we have inter-class matches, right? Inter-school matches. We have inter-school competitions. So inter means in between the two molecules. So the examples of HF and water which I have given it to you, they are examples of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. What is the result of that intermolecular hydrogen bonding? The boiling point of the liquid rises. The boiling point of the liquid rises. What is intramolecular hydrogen bonding? Intra means within the same molecule. So within the same molecule, one example I have given here, that is orthonitrophenol. Now I will discuss it in detail what is meant by intramolecular hydrogen bonding. If we draw a benzene ring, this is benzene, and what is this? This is phenol. This compound is known as phenol. If we have a nitro group attached to it like this, either this side or this side, but on adjacent carbon atom. Adjacent means next to each other. It can be these two carbon atoms also. Then we use the prefix ortho nitro, because the nitro group is present. Original compound is phenol, orthonitrophenol. Now this bond here is polar. Oxygen, being more electronegative than hydrogen, will withdraw the electrons towards itself. Here it is going to be negative and here it will be positive. Now this hydrogen, if it is bonded to this oxygen within the molecule, this is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This will be known as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, what does this result into? If we have two molecules A and A, this is orthonitrophenol and orthonitrophenol. Now here there is no resultant charge on the molecule because it is neutralized by bonding, hydrogen bonding within the molecule. So there will be no attraction between the molecules. As a result, if we supply heat, they will change into vapor at low temperature. Such substances are said to be volatile substances. An example of volatile substances are, this is one, orthonitrophenol, and the other is going to be, we have another one, and that is ethanol. Like we are using sanitizers nowadays. If you sanitize your hand, ethanol is having low boiling point, it changes into vapor at room temperature. Correct? This is your the condition, and this is the result of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. But in ethanol, we do not have intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Ethanol I am giving you just as an example of a substance having low boiling point and volatile. It does not have intramolecular hydrogen bonding. And what type of hydrogen bonding it will have, that I am explaining you here. It has intermolecular hydrogen bonding. How? If we have ethanol, correct? This is the structure. This will be negatively charged, positively charged. This will be one molecule. Another molecule will be, you can have another molecule here, C2H5OH, negative and positive. Okay. Now, hydrogen of this can be attracted to oxygen of this. This will be known as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Correct? And what about this compound? Let us see this. This is your benzene ring. Correct? And this is going to be your OH group. So it has become phenol. And this is ortho position. This is meta position. This is para. Para means just opposite to each other. Like one atom here and one atom here. They will be diagonally opposite to each other. So it will be para. Para means opposite to each other. So here we will have one nitro group. Now this OH, hydrogen, cannot be connected to this oxygen. So what will it be connected to? We will have another molecule. Okay. And this side again OH group. And again N double bond O and O. So what will happen? Here this oxygen will be negatively charged and nitrogen positively charged. Here also in OH group, negative charge, positive charge. This hydrogen, what is present here, can be attracted to this oxygen, and this will be known as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, so we come to this. See, orthonitrophenol will have low boiling point because it will have intramolecular hydrogen bonding within the molecule, and it will be volatile. Okay, whereas para-nitrophenol will have higher boiling point, okay, will not be volatile, and it is because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, so the two can be separated. Orthonitrophenol will be steam volatile. Orthonitrophenol will be steam volatile, whereas para-nitrophenol is not. So if you have a mixture of orthonitrophenol and para-nitrophenol, you just heat it. First you will get orthonitrophenol will change into vapor, whereas para-nitrophenol will not. Okay, so the two of them can be separated by the steam, the property of steam volatility. Now next we have ethanol. I have explained it to you. Water, I have explained it to you. It is a liquid. Another one more example I'll give you is carboxylic acids. Let's take acetic acid. This is acetic acid, CH3COOH, right? Now this OH bond will be polar, and this will have negative charge and this will have positive charge. Another molecule of acetic acid, if we have, again negative and positive charge, because oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. This positively charged hydrogen can attract this oxygen of another molecule. So what will this be? This will be intermolecular hydrogen bonding. That is the reason why carboxylic acids will have higher boiling point. Okay, so I think this concept of your hydrogen bonding should be clear now. Then as compared to alcohols and carboxylic acid, which one will have higher boiling point? It is acids. Carboxylic acids have the highest boiling point among organic molecules.